little unboxing
32
and
gauge.
with some ASMR. Once you go Domrex, you know the rest.
You don't go back.
I really miss you, and I was like,
and I was
sorry
like,
for being lovey-dovey.
Except me always. I'm always lovey-dovey.
Welcome back to Get the Fix podcast. Today I'm joined by none other, Alessia from Domrex. So Alessia, when did we meet?
So, okay, fun story actually. When I first joined Domrex, okay, this is my little fun fact. No one knows this yet, but you're actually one of the first person or people that I've reached out to. So yeah, when I first started, I messaged you and you really showed me, you know, like such kindness, and it really made me so excited to be in this industry. So that's the first time we spoke. And then
DM.
Yeah, on DM. Slid into the DMs. And then when's the first time we actually met?
We met on October 31st for Halloween.
Oh, yes.
At Hotel X.
Okay, yeah. I was really excited that you were going to be there because I was so nervous that was one of my first events that I did, and you really introduced me to so many people, so it was really great.
And Alessia is like this sweetheart person. Like, she looks sweet and she is sweet. She's one of those people. So yeah.
It was really great. I found that we have so much in common as well. Like even down to like our music tastes and movie tastes and sweets and stuff, which is awesome. So I think we just like clicked really quick.
Yeah. A lot of people in the industry, like that we both meet, we realize that we actually have so much in common.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we don't just like beauty and like precise results. We also love other things that are in common.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So what brought you into Domrex?
Yeah, so first I'll just, say a little bit about the company. So Domrex is a Canadian owned and operated business. We do everything from research and development, manufacturing, distributing, all the way to on the field support for our clinics. We've been around for about 20 years, but primarily in hospitals. So, being in hospitals really allowed us to understand clinical standards and regulations. So that really allows us to bring that into the medical aesthetic space, which is nice. And then how I got into it, I have always been drawn to sales in general. I'm a very outgoing, personable person, as you know. Like I love to meet new people and build relationships and build connections. So I kind of always knew that I would go into some type of sales. But, medical and healthcare in general, what drove me to pursue that was I always knew that if I was going to be selling something, it has to be something that is important, that I believe in, and not something that I have to like convince people to buy. I don't want to sell a product I don't believe in. I don't want to sell a product that I know you don't need. So being in medical devices, I know that I am selling something that actually offers a solution. And that I can actually feel fulfilled and motivated to sell because I know it's actually helping people rather than just pushing a product on them.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I've tried the Domrex syringes and I'm obsessed.
What's your favorite part?
That they dull so slowly. Like I don't even know if they dull.
No, so they won't dull as quickly for sure because they're made with that Japanese stainless steel. So stronger, sharper metal means you don't have to go through as many of them, and maximum comfort for your patients.
Yes, and I feel like, and they're beautiful. Like they're very aesthetically appealing. They're very easy to use.
Yeah.
I like everything about them, and when I use the other brand, I don't feel like they're gliding as well. I feel like I have to use more force, and it's more difficult for me to use them.
Yeah, like that's a big thing. Like precision is obviously so important in injection. So we specifically design these to be very smooth and precise. So you're not going to have that skipping, that blocking, that inconsistency that causes you to over inject for the product to leak. So that is a really big part of these and why they're doing so well right now.
Yeah. And you have other products as well. So you mentioned that you've been in the hospital setting for the past 20 years. So can you tell me more about that?
So, we actually started in chronic care diabetes. So being in diabetes, it's an industry where you really need to have a very high standard of quality and comfort and consistency because like for insulin, you're poking yourself every single day. So we knew that obviously the products have to be top tier when it comes to comfort. And it's really exciting to bring that into the medical aesthetic space. But beyond the insulin syringes, we do carry a full range of essentials from gauzes, gloves, connectors, pretty much anything that a clinic would already be using we have, and we manufacture ourselves as well.
Beautiful. Yeah. And you also mentioned that it's Canada owned, Canada made. So how fast do these shipments go out?
So, being in Canada, our warehouse is based out of Quebec. So great thing about that is that we can do next day shipping, 2 days maximum. Our turnaround time is very quick. We have a team of amazing people that are dedicated to getting your orders, processing them, and getting them out right away.
I love that. Yeah. And is there anything else you'd like to share?
Yes. So, okay, very exciting. This is what I was really, really, really excited to share with you today. And you're going to be one of the first in Ontario to know this news. And then I guess everyone else will when this gets posted. But we've actually come out with a 32 gauge insulin syringe. And we're really, really proud of it and excited for that launch to be happening soon. Well, it's already available on our website. If anyone does want to try it out, we're going to be doing the official launch sometime in the next few months. And yeah, the reason we created the syringe is because obviously comfort is key. And there was a demand for more comfortable injection tools. And it's backed by research. So it's intuitive to think that a thinner needle will cause more comfort for your client. And then a more comfortable experience will cause more trust and a better relationship with your client. Mm-hmm. So we felt there was a need on the market for it, and we have it now. So that's very exciting.
I love it. Can we open it?
Yeah, for sure.
Little unboxing
32 gauge
with some ASMR. So you open it up, and this is the beautiful syringe.
Yes. So you've got our 6 millimeter, a 32 gauge. Mm-hmm. So you can even go open that up.
30 units. And it's so thin. Like, the Botox will be so good with this.
Yeah, so it's made for maximum comfort. So along with having that Japanese stainless steel that's not going to blunt as quickly, so injections are a lot smoother and it just glides right through the skin. It is a thinner needle, which inevitably is going to make the experience a lot better, a lot more comfortable.
I love this.
Yay.
There was one package that I opened, I think it was the 8 millimeter, and it wasn't 30.
It was one of our larger ones?
But it looked like this.
Yeah,
so I think they were bigger and the numbers were different. I was very confused.
Yeah. So this is our 30 units, or a 0.3. We also have a 50 units and an 100 units. So that might be, you probably had one of those too.
So I'm like opening it.
No.
And I'm about to drop my Botox and I'm like, wait a second. So I really like to use it for like masseters because we need a few more units for that. So I would use it for like masseter Botox or something like somebody having, I don't do injections for this, but like the trap tox and the neck bands, because you need like 100 units for that. So it would be easier to use that one syringe since it doesn't even dull. So it would be good to use from my expertise. Let's just use the Domrex mirror real quick. Is that gorgeous, girl? So what makes Domrex different in the medical aesthetics space?
Yeah, so for sure, like I previously mentioned, we started in diabetes. So with that demanding such a high standard, we can bring that into the medical aesthetics space. So we understand regulatory compliance, clinical standards, and really building trust with our partners. But on top of that, since we manufacture our products ourselves, we have the ability to take feedback very seriously so we can continue to innovate, come up with new products, and really reflect what our injectors are asking for. So I think that as well is really awesome and very important. And then the last thing too that I think sets us apart is that with Domrex, you have a dedicated rep behind the business and a dedicated team that's meant to help you. So in Ontario's case, it'll be me. And anytime that they have questions, they want me to explain products, give advice, I'm always reachable. I'm always there for them. And on top of that, I'm there to support their clinics, support their events. I try to show up as much as I can for them. So I think having a face behind the screen, having a face behind the company is something that we take very, very seriously and is very important to us.
Yep. And how do you maintain the relationships that you build. You're so kind and you remember everyone. I don't know how you do it.
I've always been very personable and very myself with people. And I think a big part of me maintaining these relationships comes from the fact that I don't put on a front when I meet people. Because truly, like, I'm not here to impress or convince people to buy the product. I'm here to support. So I think being able to, be myself, have open and honest discussions, and even ask questions back really sets a good foundation for a relationship. On top of that, like, I'm always making sure that all of our partners know about what we have going on. I'm checking in. I do a lot of visiting clinics, managing inventories, and even placing orders for them if I know, like, this industry, people are so busy, like yourself, that I like to be able to make things as easy as possible for them, and really be someone that they can trust and rely on.
I love how, remember the Gatsby event?
Oh,
we
yeah.
went to in Niagara Falls.
Oh my gosh.
We were both, how did we even, I'm like, oh, I'm an injector here and I love Domrex syringes.
It was like a partnership thing.
Yeah, and then you show up and you're like, yeah, so we have these Domrex syringes, Japanese insulin needles.
Yes.
And even I tell my clients, I'm like, you're going to see the difference. You're going to feel the difference.
For sure. And I think that's a big thing too, is like, I can tell you all about it. I can tell you all the great things, but once you try it, you can experience the difference for yourself. And I think that's kind of a shift of perspective that I'm taking, is like, telling you means nothing. I want you to try it. So that's why I really try to attend education events. I'm doing a lot of outreach with samples just so that people can get their hands on it and know that there is a big difference when you have the right tools.
Yeah. Once you go Domrex, you know the rest.
You don't go back.
When did Domrex, like, insulin syringes, come out in the aesthetic?
Yeah, so we've had them for quite a while in the diabetes care sector, but I think it was last spring we moved into medical aesthetics in Quebec, and we saw such a positive reaction, such great feedback, that we are now expanding to Ontario, and it's going pretty well so far. I'm hearing some great feedback, so I'm really happy about that.
So excited.
Yes.
And did you always like the beauty industry? Did you think that you'll be in aesthetics?
Well, I've always really respected the industry, both from the standpoint of the artistry, the technique, the training that goes into becoming an injector and doing your work properly. But I also really value what it can do for the patients. Injectors are there to help people feel more comfortable in their skin, feel better about themselves, feel more confident, more empowered. So I think being a part of this industry is really fulfilling, because I know that I have even the smallest contribution to that change.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. You make injections. If I was known for being painless injector, like, now it's even more painless.
Oh, awesome.
So what has been the most challenging part of your journey, and what has been the most rewarding?
I think the biggest challenge is it's just natural that a lot of purchasing decisions are based off of habit, routine. So it's just in human nature to not want to stray from what you already know, even though there might be products and tools that are better for you and for your practice. So I think that's been a challenge, just getting people to, stray away from what they're used to. But the most rewarding thing for me is the people who do take the chance, do try the product, and not only do they love them, but they go out of their way to advocate for it. So like yourself, there's so many amazing injectors that are so talented and see the quality of the syringe and go out of their way to make a post about it, share it with their group, with their network. And that honest feedback truly means the world, and it's why we do what we do. There's even been times where I've been at events talking about the syringe, referring to you, and someone chimes in and they're like, oh, I love it. No, trust me, it's so great. And that, I think, knowing that amazing injectors like yourself have great things to say and do actually feel great about the products, I think that's so rewarding and absolutely amazing.
I love that. Yeah, no, I love using these syringes. And even today, before we were at a beautiful event and they wanted me to inject, and we had to go.
we had things to do.
We have things
busy
to
girls.
do. Actually, speaking of being busy,
yes.
So can you take us through like a busy day for you?
For sure.
Like a typical day.
So behind the scenes, like a lot of what I do is not just transactional, it's partnership based. So rather than, just making those cold sales calls like a traditional sales position and just trying to push out as much product as possible, I'm doing a lot of clinic visits. I check on inventory. I try to take things off of my partner's plates. So placing orders for them, educating them on the best products that they would use for their practice. I've been doing a lot of outreach, bringing samples by, and then I really love to support events. So, like today, if someone reaches out, I will definitely be there so I can support, talk about the product, that type of thing. So that's a lot of what I do in my day to day.
I feel like there's just a lot of you like driving around.
Oh yes, I'm driving a lot, especially
Yeah.
since I have all of Ontario. I'm visiting clinics all over the place. I'm always want to be there in person and to support. So I will, make time to be there.
I know, I don't know how you do it. You'll like come to my gym, stop by. You're like, here's a goodie bag, and
Yes.
it's chocolate. It was so good.
Oh,
That chocolate was really good, actually.
I didn't even try them. I should have.
We should have done a taste test together. Oh my God.
You speak French. I remember that for the thing. Oh, that's awesome.
How do you handle stress and pressure in this industry?
Yeah, so I think for me, the best way to handle stress or a high pressure situation is knowledge and being prepared. So I know that.
I thought you were going to say like go to the spa or something.
No.
She's like
knowledge, being prepared. Because that way I know that I can address questions. I feel confident in what I'm saying. I know my products inside out. I know my partners inside out. So I can anticipate their needs really well. I think that really helps me feel calm in stressful situations. But I also have the most amazing supportive team of women that are always there to back me up. They're always there to support when I have questions, when I need anything. Truly, throughout my day, I'm sending my team voice memos. I'm like, I just visited this place. It was awesome. This is what happened. So I think having that is really important as well, because I know that I have someone to count on when things get tough. And then beyond that, my little tip of advice is whenever I feel nervous or like there's pressure and I get those butterflies in my stomach, I reframe that into thinking, this is not nerves, this is excitement. So I'm not nervous. I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I know something's great is going to be happening. So reframing that feeling into a positive emotion, I think has really helped me.
That's a really good way of looking at it. Like we are so lucky that we are so busy.
Yes.
All the calls, like the viewers didn't see, but right before this, she's sitting on her phones, like replying to everyone, getting all the orders. Yes. It's insane. Yeah. So it's just like a lot. Like sales is a lot, and this, even though I know your position is sales, but I don't see it that way because it is truly a great product. So
yes, thank you.
Like it's good.
Yeah, no, definitely there is a lot to do, but being disciplined is very important. Not getting overwhelmed, relying on my team when I need to, and then also just understanding that I've done it in the past, I could do it again, Exactly. So I think that's really important.
And do you guys have like team meetings?
Yeah, so we do. When it comes to like new products or any type of training, we do reoccurring education. So we're always being educated on new products that we have, on benefits of the products, or even just reminders of like what they're used for and all of that. I do get the chance to fly out to the warehouse and to our headquarters every quarter or so. Like at its core, it's a family company, and truly they brought me into the family, and I'm so appreciative of that. Like genuinely, they've treated me with such kindness and they're so supportive, and I really love the fact that when they're proud, they say it, because I've always been that person too. If you have a compliment, say it. If you like spread your kindness. So I think as well, like that has made me feel so like confident is hearing that reassurance from them all the time.
I love it.
Yeah.
So your love language to receive is words of affirmation.
I think so.
I think so too.
I've done the quiz many times.
I was like
words of affirmation or acts of service, I think as well.
what I told you today, I was like so down. I'm like, I miss you so much. Like, I actually really miss you. And I was like,
and I was like,
sorry for being lovey-dovey.
And I said, me always. I'm always lovey-dovey. Like, I will always. No, my favorite thing was the first time I met you when you went up on stage to present, and you're just so natural. Like, you're making jokes, and I'm like, oh, I love it. She's so like,
and
like
everyone
me.
was quiet.
I was there laughing in the background.
I'm like, okay, guys, I'm like, I gave them my butt, basically. Yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna turn around. So sorry for the view.
Yeah, and I was there like recording.
Like,
I was recording for you, and I was like, she's doing so good.
What should injectors and clinics be paying more attention to in clinics today?
A lot that truly matters. So, the tools you're using matters, the gauge of your needle matters, having consistent, reliable batches in between products matters, and really being able to trust your supplier matters. So I think something they should understand is even the smallest technical differences, such as the material of our needle being Japanese stainless steel, can have a world of an impact on both the patient's experience and the overall injection process. And then also, I think it's important to understand that a patient's satisfaction isn't just coming from the results. It's coming from the overall process and the overall treatment experience. So things like, were they comfortable? Were they reassured? Did anything go wrong with your tools? Because it happens so often that even the most skilled injectors can have a malfunction based on a tool that doesn't measure up to their talent. So I think having a tool that you can trust to perform well every single time is important, so that you don't have those errors that are beyond your control.
That's so well said. Do you have any tips for young entrepreneurs, women, sales, any tips at all?
I think one big thing is, like, it takes time. Like, nothing great happens overnight. So just keep building at yourself, keep working, keep learning. And I think another thing is, you can truly learn so much from everyone around you. So don't hesitate to reach out to people, to start conversations, to connect, is something really important, especially in the sales industry. Like, everything I've learned was through others or in practice. So yeah, I think that's really important.
And is there anything you would say to your younger self?
Do what you love to do and make that your career. Like, for example, we always have this joke at the office where my job is just making friends, and occasionally if they want to buy something, I can set that up. So
I love that.
That's one thing, is just, if you're a relationship builder at heart, then that's what you're meant to do.
Interesting. Yeah. That's really good. I love that. So before we wrap it up, is there anything you would like to share? For example, how people can purchase Domrex syringes and use a discount code or something?
Yes. Okay. So when it comes to purchasing, everyone who's watching this video, I'd love to set you up an account and put you on our premium pricing, courtesy of Miss Lizzie here. So we can do that. Just reach out to, my information is in the description. Yeah. And then you can easily purchase online. So you can go ahead and just online shop like you would be shopping for new clothes. But if not, and if you ever want me to take something off of your plate, just send me a list of what you want and I can completely take care of it for you. Right now, if you do want to get your hands on these insulin syringes and give them a try, for our 31 gauge, you can use the code NurseLizzie to get them at a reduced price. So definitely feel free to try them out and you can experience the difference for yourselves.
Yes, and they truly are great syringes. I wouldn't recommend it if they weren't.
Awesome.
So yeah,
appreciate that.
Thank you so much for making time in your schedule. And I'm so excited for future collabs.
Oh, for sure.
Let's go make some TikToks.
Let's do it.
Okay.